Great. So I've had a few questions about my morning routine, what I do for mobility, what I do to get blood flowing, what I do to kind of wake myself up. So what I typically do is get up, brush my teeth, come downstairs. I'll usually be sitting in a deep squat while I'm brushing my teeth. So actually just like this, brushing my teeth. I'll have a drink of water, use the toilet, and then into my morning stretching routine. So this includes a little bit of a warm-up. I'll do some press-ups, I'll do a few squats, and then I'm just straight into it. So if you're warm and ready to go, then here we go. If you need a little bit of time, just go ahead and pause the video, do 10 squats, do 20 squats, something, whatever gets you moving, whatever makes you feel warm, a few sit-ups, a few press-ups if you want to, and come back and see me. Okay, ready to go? All warmed up, here we go. So if you find that you can't actually sit in this position, then what I want you to do is to get a block or a couple of blocks, just something that you can place under your heels so that you can sit about like this. You want your heels to be on the ground, nice even pressure through your foot. I'm able to just sit on the ground like this, so I'm going to go ahead and stay right here. What we're going to do first is use your upper arms just above your shoulders to just push your knees to the outside. When that feels okay, we're actually going to shift and use your knees your elbows inside your knees. So you're just pushing to the outside. As soon as this pose here feels like it's okay, you're going to shift and put a fist on your palm and get just a little bit more stretch in there. If that doesn't feel like it's quite got it, then go ahead fist to fist and push out. You're going to hold this for 2 or 3 deep breaths. If that feels uncomfortable, you can actually release and come back into it. Totally up to you. Go at your own pace, go at your own stretch. Good. Next, I want you to place one shoulder inside your knee, grab your opposite ankle, and you're going to use your forearm and just push your knee away. So you can start up high, you can start down low, and the progression again is to get your hand on your knee and just press your knee to the outside. Once again, we're looking for 3, maybe 4 deep breaths. Nice and slow in and exhale. 2 to 3 second breaths each, in and out. Great. We're going to go ahead and switch and come the other way. Again, push with your forearm. If you can't get quite that deep, you can use your upper arm or you can use your hand. And once you're feeling flexible, mobile, just push directly to the outside. Hold for 2 to 3 breaths. Every time that I'm saying hold for 2 to 3 breaths, you're also welcome to release and re-stretch at each breath. That's totally okay. Great. Coming back to the center, grab across, thumb to shoulder or thumb to armpit. You're going to stretch up and across, looking to get this nice rotation all the way through. When that feels like it's suitable and in control, you're going to go ahead and extend your arm, feeling that nice stretch and rotation through your back. This is going to do your lower back, your T-spine, and lumbar spine, so your thoracic and lumbar. That is the vertebrae attached to your ribs and behind your belly. Once again, on the other side, point your elbow, or if it feels good, go ahead and point your hand, looking towards your hand as far back as you can go. Keep your shoulder open, don't close this way. You want to keep your shoulder open by rotating so that you can see your palm. Lead with your thumb. Excellent. Now what I want you to do, I'm just going to hop back a little bit so you can see my hands. The first stage is just to float your hands forward as far as you feel comfortable, keeping your heels on the ground, and hold. Then walk your hands back. Once that feels like it's okay, once that feels like you've got that, you're going to go ahead and stack your fists and put your forehead on your fists. Just hang out here. We're going to allow a stretch into your groin. This is why we start with the other stretches first. Once that feels okay, you can actually come onto your thumbs. When you're good with that, come down onto your fists. When that feels like it's okay, down onto your closed fists, palm down. You can also go onto stacked hands. And finally, single hands. The next stage, which I have not got to yet, is to actually put your head right down on the floor. My heels lift a little bit while I'm doing that, so that doesn't actually get a good stretch for me. Just right here, heels stay on the ground. It's difficult to get deep breaths here, so watch your own awareness. You want to be paying attention so that if you're feeling lightheaded, just come back up and breathe. Breathe in and exhale. Come back down to the middle. Great. We're going to take up a position on the mat here. I'm going to go ahead and step back with both feet. I like to push to downward dog to get this first stretch. Again, this is just what I do in the morning. If I feel like my calves are a little bit tight, then I might pedal my feet out. Come forward into lunge. Foot comes forward. You can drop your knee. I always keep my knee straight, so I'm just going to demonstrate from here. Bring your inside elbow to your ankle, and then we'll get that nice rotating out again. Start with your elbow, if that feels okay. Go to your hand, again leading with your thumb, palm towards your face. When that feels okay, you can actually come down on your elbows and then pull your chest towards the ground. By drawing your chest towards the ground, we're focusing that stretch into your hamstring and into your hip. When that feels okay, again, just widen out your elbows. Come into this nice deep stretch. Good. Bring your elbow in and rotate out. And come back. You can do this 3, 4, 5 times if you want. You're also welcome to just breathe deeply as you go. Finally, what I like to do is a little bit of a roaming dragon. Come over to the side and press my knee to the outside. This targets a slightly different area than the earlier stretches that we were doing. It really helps to open up, create space in your hips and in your back. Walking it back in, up on your hands, downward dog, and repeat on the other side. Elbow comes down. Remember, you can put your knee on the ground if you feel like that's better for you. It's going to reduce the stretch slightly, so I'm just going to keep my knee up, rotate out, palm towards my face, leading with my thumb. Nice stretch all the way through. Come down on your elbows, or down a little bit lower if that feels good. Great work. Up on your elbow, stretch and rotate through. Again, you can repeat that 2 to 3 times. 5 if you want. I've done it as many as 5 times on mornings. When you're done, just come back into downward dog to decompress that a little bit. And I'm just going to walk my feet up to my hands. Nice deep stretch. Come up half stand, pushing my back straight. Bend your knees and stand up. You can also come straight from down on the ground to this half stand, and then focus on rolling your back 1 vertebrae at a time all the way up. That's my morning routine. That's what I go through to get my joints limbered, get ready for the day. Also great after a heavy workout. It just gives me time to center myself, bring my thoughts back into where I want them, and move forward into my day. Speak soon.